The book, The Complete TurtleTrader, The Legend, The Lessons, The Results. Author Michael Covel. Intro. Is trading a talent or a teachable skill? Have you ever asked yourself, am I really cut out to be a trader? Or is this game only for people born with nerves of steel, a math genius brain, and some magical gut instinct? We've all heard the line, trading isn't for everyone. You either have it or you don't. But The Complete TurtleTrader is a book that challenges that belief. This isn't just another trading book. It tells the true story of a bold experiment, one so successful it shocked even Wall Street. At the center of this story is Richard Dennis, a legendary trader who believed something radical. He said, "I can teach anyone to become a successful trader, as long as they're willing to learn and follow the rules with discipline." To prove it, Dennis chose a group of people who had never traded a day in their lives. A gamer, a musician, a video game designer, even a former Air Force pilot. He trained them for just 2 weeks, then handed each of them $1 million of his own money to trade. And the result? They made $150 million in just 4 years. No magic, no secret indicators, just a simple system, a clear set of rules, and one non-negotiable requirement: unshakable discipline. If you've been struggling in the markets, if you've ever thought you're just not good enough to succeed as a trader, this book might open a new door for you. A door to belief, to structure, and to a truth most people ignore. Trading isn't a talent, it's a skill. And like any skill, it can be learned. Part 2, the story of Richard Dennis and the Turtles. To really understand why The Complete TurtleTrader is so compelling, you need to know the man behind the story, Richard Dennis. He didn't come from money. He grew up on the south side of Chicago, and at 17 he started working as a runner on the trading floor at the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. No money, no connections, just hustle. But within a few years, he turned $400 into $100,000. And by the age of 26, he was a millionaire, just by trading trends. No news headlines, no forecasts, just a simple mindset. When the market goes up, buy. When the market goes down, sell. And above all, stick to the system. He became so successful that he started wondering, am I really special? Or could anyone do this if they had the right training? That question sparked a debate between Dennis and his friend, mathematician William Eckhart. Eckhart believed that trading success was innate. You either have the instincts or you don't, he said. Dennis disagreed. I'll bet I can teach anyone to trade if they're willing to learn and follow instructions. And just like that, the turtle experiment was born. Dennis placed a small ad in the Wall Street Journal, Barron's, and the International Herald Tribune. It said something like, "No experience needed. Come learn to trade. If you pass the training, I'll give you $1 million to manage." Over 1,000 people applied. They selected 23 individuals from all sorts of backgrounds: a pianist, a video game designer, a fighter pilot, even a professional blackjack player. Dennis called them the Turtles, inspired by a trip he took to a turtle farm in Singapore. He said, "We're going to grow traders just like they grow turtles. No computers, no fancy indicators, just 2 weeks of hands-on training in a mechanical trend-following system." And then, boom, they were dropped into the real market, each managing $1 million of real capital. What happened next became legend. Over $150 million in profits. Some years, many of them made returns over 200%. A few of them even went on to run billion-dollar hedge funds. And it all started with one simple belief. If you have a system, follow the rules and stay disciplined. You don't have to be a genius to win in the markets. This wasn't just a lesson in trading. It was a lesson in belief, in learning, in process over personality. It's a wake-up call to any trader who's ever doubted themselves. You might be more capable than you think. You just need the right map and the courage to follow it. Part 3, the trading philosophy of Richard Dennis. If you have a set of rules, never break them, no matter how loud the market screams in your face. Richard Dennis wasn't the kind of trader who stared at charts all day trying to guess where price might go. To him, trading was more like science. Success didn't come from prediction. It came from having a solid system and the discipline to follow it. Think of it like this. A great pianist doesn't guess the next note, they read the music and play it. A sprinter doesn't think about which foot goes first, they've trained it into instinct. And that's exactly how Dennis approached trading. First, you need a system. Dennis didn't teach the turtles how to predict. He taught them how to respond, with structure. They learned when to enter, when to exit, how much to risk, how to add to winners, and when to sit out completely. No gut feelings, no instincts, no guessing. You don't need to be smarter than the market. You just need a good system, and the discipline not to break it. The best system is the one you'll actually stick to. Dennis once said, "I could publish my trading rules in the newspaper and no one would follow them." Why? Because trading isn't hard on paper. It's hard on your emotions. You know where to enter. You know where to place your stop. But then the trade moves against you. You panic and cut early. Or it starts to move in your favor. You take profit too soon. You hit a losing streak. You ditch the system and start chasing setups. The problem isn't the system. The problem is you. That's why Dennis didn't just teach techniques. He taught mindset, discipline, emotional control. He said, think like a scientist. Let the market validate your rules. Don't let emotions override them. Discipline is your greatest edge. The market is full of smart people, MBAs, PhDs, people who can read 500-page financial models, but most of them still lose money. Why? Because they can't follow a single rule when it really matters. The turtles weren't brilliant. They just did what they were taught. Exactly. They didn't abandon the system when it underperformed. They never forced trades. They followed the process to the letter. That, right there, is the million-dollar mindset Dennis passed on. Bottom line, Richard Dennis didn't teach you how to win every trade. He taught you how to survive, how to stay consistent, and how to let your system do the heavy lifting over time. Because profits don't come from guessing right. They come from following a good system longer than everyone else. Part 4, the turtle trading system. When trading becomes mechanical, most people think you need a complicated system to succeed in trading. Fancy indicators, complex models, black box algorithms. But the turtle system is the opposite. It's so simple. You could teach it to anyone in 2 weeks, and some of those people ended up making tens of millions of dollars. Entry strategy. Don't buy the bottom, buy the breakout. It sounds backwards, right? But that's the heart of trend following. Forget trying to catch the top or bottom. Wait for the trend to show itself. Then jump in. The turtles used a Donchian channel breakout system. System 1, the short-term model, entered a long trade when price broke the 20-day high. It entered short when price broke the 20-day low. System 2 used a 55-day breakout level for longer-term setups. And here's the key. You don't wait for a candle to close. You don't need confirmation from RSI, MACD, or any other indicator. If the price touches the breakout line, you enter. That's it. It's bold. While most traders fear buying the top, the turtles waited for the new highs, because that's where the strongest trends begin. Position sizing. Smart risk with the N formula. Now, how much do you risk on a trade? That's one of the most misunderstood parts of trading. The turtles used a simple concept called N. It's the 20-day average true range, a measure of volatility. If the market was quiet, they increased their position. If it was volatile, they reduced size. Here's the rule. 1N equals 1% of the account. So if N equals 2, you risk 2% of your equity. Each position was called a unit. They never exceeded 4 units per market and only added when the trade moved in their favor. This system let them adjust to market conditions, stay consistent, and never go all in. Stop losses. Non-negotiable. Always logical. The turtles never placed a trade without knowing where to exit if it went wrong. Stop-loss levels were based on N. The more volatile the market, the wider the stop. The quieter the market, the tighter the stop. And they didn't even place stops with the broker, so they wouldn't get hunted. But when price hit that stop level, they got out. No hesitation. Most important rule? No trade could risk more than 2% of the account. That's how they survived losing streaks and stayed in long enough to catch the big wins. Pyramiding. Add when you're winning. While most traders take profits too early, the turtles did the opposite. Every time price moved half an N in their favor, they added one more unit, up to a total of 4. And the brilliance was, each new unit had its own stop-loss, so they weren't increasing risk, only magnifying profit potential. That's how they turned a trend into a money-printing machine. Exits. Trailing stops, not targets. No guessing, no praying, no hoping. The exit was mechanical. For System 1, they exited if price broke the 10-day low. For System 2, they exited at the 20-day low. No matter how much profit they had, if price hit that level, they got out. Simple, effective. It locked in profits and kept them from holding past the trend. In summary, the turtle system wasn't complex, but it worked. It removed emotion. It worked in any market. And best of all, it could be run by anyone with discipline. You don't need to win all the time. You just need to win big and know when to stop. Part 5, Results and Big Lessons, the Power of Discipline and System. This is no longer just a feel-good story. This is where the numbers speak for themselves. After only 2 weeks of training and a $1 million live account, the turtles stepped into the real market. And what happened next? It went far beyond anyone's expectations. The results. In just 4 years, the turtles collectively made over $150 million in profit. Their average annual return was around 80%. And some, like Stig Osgard, reached as high as 296% per year. For comparison, the S&P 500 at that time averaged about 19% annually. The Barclays CTA index, which tracked experienced professional traders, averaged 25%. So yes, the turtles outperformed both the market and the pros. All with a system they learned in just 2 weeks. Did everyone succeed? No. Not all 23 turtles made it. And that, ironically, is the most important lesson. Those who failed didn't fail because the system was bad. They failed because they didn't follow it 100%. They tried to tweak the rules when things got tough, and they lost discipline during drawdowns. Meanwhile, the successful turtles, they never doubted the system. They didn't try to improve what already worked. They stayed patient during losing streaks and waited for the big wins. One great example is Curtis Faith, the youngest turtle, who later wrote a book about his journey. He said, "All of my profit that year came from just 9 trades. The rest were either small losses or break even." That's the point. You can lose 60% of your trades, but if you stick to the system, the 5 to 10% of explosive winners make it all worth it. Timeless lessons for every trader. Number 1. Success doesn't come from guessing right. It comes from consistency. You don't need to predict the market. You need a system with an edge and the courage to follow it. Number 2. Psychology and discipline are non-negotiable. The market will test you. You will doubt your system. But if you quit right before the big winner shows up, you lose everything. Number 3. The biggest risk isn't the market. It's you. No system is perfect, but if you keep jumping from strategy to strategy, you'll never stay long enough to see real results. Number 4. When you have an edge, press it. The turtle system didn't give signals every day, but when it did, they went all in with pyramiding. Just like in tennis, when the perfect ball comes, you don't play it safe. You go for the winner. In short, the Complete TurtleTrader isn't just a fascinating story. It's real proof that you don't need to be a genius to win at trading. You just need a good system and the mental strength not to break it. And that's not theory. It created real millionaires. Part 6, Practical Takeaways for you. So how can you apply the turtle mindset to your own trading? You might be wondering, can someone like me, with no financial background and no special skills, actually do this? The answer is yes, and not just theoretically, but in a very practical way. First, you don't need to predict the market. You just need to respond correctly. The turtles didn't care about headlines, economic data, or predictions. They focused on one thing. When the trend comes, am I ready to jump in and ride it? This mindset is perfect for independent traders, copy trade investors, and total beginners. If you know how to spot a trend, follow it. If you don't, follow someone who does. Second, you need a system, or trust someone who has one. You don't have to build a system from scratch like Richard Dennis, but you do need a clear set of rules, defined entry and exit points, smart position sizing, and most importantly, someone who sticks to the process. That's why copy trading exists. And if you're watching this video, it's a reminder to choose wisely who you follow. Third, the turtles proved this. Big profits don't happen every day. But when they do, you better be ready. The turtles didn't win every week. They had a few big wins each year. The rest of the time, they survived. They protected their capital, and they never broke the system. Ask yourself, if I don't see profits this week or this month, Am I willing to wait patiently for the next big setup? If you're constantly watching charts, testing new indicators, or switching strategies every few days, you might be doing the exact opposite of what turtle discipline requires. Fourth, risk management is your key to survival. The turtles never went all in. They didn't hold on to losing trades, hoping for a miracle. They didn't fight the trend. Every trade had limited risk, usually capped at 2% of their account, and if they started losing, they reduced their size. If you're trading emotionally, stop. If you're copying a strategy with no risk control, think again. Because in the long game, survival comes before success. Applying this today. Let's say you're busy with work. You don't have time to study charts every day, and you want your money to grow steadily without becoming a full-time trader. Then the simplest path might be this. Copy a trend-following strategy that's well managed with built-in risk control. Look for a strategy that has clear entries based on trend, logical position sizing, transparent exits with no endless holding, and most importantly, a trader who understands that discipline always beats knowledge. Because as Richard Dennis proved, an ordinary person with a good system and unshakable discipline can achieve extraordinary results. Part 7. Conclusion and call to action. You don't need to be a genius, you just need to know what you're doing and have the discipline to keep doing it. The Complete TurtleTrader doesn't promise overnight riches. There are no million-dollar secrets hidden inside its pages. What it gives you is something even more valuable. A system that's been proven by real people with real results through real history, and a mindset that helps you trade smarter, survive longer, and stay calm while everyone else is panicking. And maybe the most powerful thing this book gives you is this: the belief that you can do it too. You don't need a math degree. You don't need to master every technical indicator. What you need is a clear strategy, a calm, focused mindset, and a commitment to never break your rules, no matter how crazy the market gets. Now it's your turn. If this video gave you clarity, if it sparked even a little hope that trading doesn't have to be chaotic, then read this book with intention. Don't just rely on this review. Experience it yourself. Let the story shift the way you think about trading. Click the link in the video description to grab your copy today. Yes, it's the official link. Fast, safe, and easy. Bonus for those who take trading seriously. If you want to go deeper, to learn more about the turtle principles, to see how they apply to today's markets, or even to copy a trend-following strategy that's been optimized for Forex, gold, or crypto, you'll find some helpful links in the description too. Take a look. Your future self might thank you. Final word. The most successful traders aren't the smartest. They're the ones who know what they're doing and keep doing it relentlessly. If this video gave you value, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below saying, "I'm ready to become the next generation turtle." And most importantly, read the book. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.